Hello, let's continue our Sudoku adventure with Backwash by Memeristor. So this is Memeristor's debut to Sudoku Adventure, but certainly not his debut in general to Sudoku. So everyone give a warm welcome to Memeristor. Memeristor also does create Sudoku content on YouTube, so check out his YouTube if you're interested in that. One of his big series is a Setter Spotlight series, where he live streams an interview with a popular and known Sudoku setter and learns about them. So very cool series from Memeristor, so I thought I'd plug that. Let's go over the rules to this puzzle. We have normal 6x6 Sudoku rules. So in every row, every column, and every 2x3 box, we are placing the digits 1 to 6 exactly once each. We also have arrows in the grid. That's these circles with arrows attached to them. And so the digits that are placed on the arrows, if you sum them up, that needs to go in the circle. So if this was, say, I don't know, 1 and 2, then the sum of this would be 4, 1 plus 1 plus 2, and so we put a 4 in the circle. All right, I'm going to leave that in there for a second because there's more to this. We are, of course, as you can see, allowed to repeat digits as long as Sudoku rules allow us to. So I couldn't put a 1 here just because that would repeat the 1 in the column. But I can put a 1 here just fine. We always mention that with some constraints because people are used to killer Sudoku where you cannot repeat in cages. But actually, the vast majority of some constraints do not restrict you from repeating. But we like to mention it anyway. All right, we also have pointing. So the digit in the circle must repeat somewhere in the cells that the attached arrowhead points at. So the arrow ultimately points along this diagonal. And so we need a 4 somewhere in here. So maybe this is a 4, for example. All right, but we don't know that those are those digits. So let's clear that out. There is a link in the description if you'd like to try the puzzle yourself. And I'm going to get started right now. All right, how shall we get started is always the question. 4 is actually the minimum that goes in here. This is going to be a 4, 5, or 6 because these are two digits that can't repeat. So as you saw, we could do a 2, 1 here, or sorry, 1, 2 here. And that adds to 3 plus another 1 is 4. So that's our minimum. But we could be 5 or 6 easily. Let's see, what else can we do here though? Okay, so this digit, this single length arrow means that this digit is the same as this digit. I'm going to use green to represent whatever that digit is. We don't know what it is, but we know it goes in here, both of these. And it also has to repeat along this diagonal somewhere. So one of these two is also green. The best way I can mark that is to put green with a white slash through it to sort of tell us that one of these two will be green, but we don't know which one. It does mean that green can't be on any of these, in any of those cells. But that's not immediately helpful to me. Okay, so let's make this digit purple. We know it's safe to give it a non-green because it sees a green. So it's going to be a different digit than green. And it's going to repeat along here. But we know it's not 1 because we can't sum 2 digits to make 1. The best we're doing is 2 1s here, summing to 2. So the purple ends up here somewhere on one of these 2 cells. Now, one thing I'm thinking about is whether purple can be on this arrow, but I don't see why it can't be at the moment. We know that these 2 digits sum to at least 3, right? Because this is minimum 2. So if these sum to 3, then this is only a 1, 2, or 3, because this can only sum to up to 6. So that sounds helpful. So if purple were here, it would have to be 2 or 3, which is quite limiting, but there's no reason to think that these can't add to 2 or 3, because we can do a double 1 like this if we want to. If we did, then this circle would go here, which also seems reasonable. So I don't think I can roll that out right now. This digit here, I don't know is not green. And in fact, being green would be very handy because it would end up here. But if it was not green, it would end up here. But I don't quite know what's going on there. The minimum for these 2 digits is 2 plus 3. Because there's already a 1 in the box. So this is 5 or 6. Now, if it's 5, we know it's 2 plus 3. If it's 6, because we can't use the 1, it's only 2 plus 4, because we can't do 3 plus 3 and repeat. So that means there is a 2 somewhere on this arrow. So it's a 2 along with a 3 or a 4. We don't know which one. But this 5, 6 then ends up down here somewhere. But we don't know that it's not green, so I don't want to confuse things with more colors that might be the same color. If there was some way to know it wasn't... Okay, well, there is one thing we do know, which is that it goes here. Okay, I'm gonna brazenly give it a color despite everything I just said, because we know that this cell goes here. Because it needs to go in this box somewhere, and it's a 5 or a 6, and we prove these aren't 5, 6. So in fact, these are the other 5, 6 goes here. Wait, I don't have a good way to mark that, but this is 5, 6. That means that either blue is green, making this a 5, 6, and this a 5, 6, and that a 5, 6, or blue goes here, in which case we don't know much about it, other than that it's a 5, 6. But blue isn't one of these. I'm gonna have to remember that blue might be green, or I can get rid of green. I'm not sure which I should do. This does have a max value as well, because these can be 1 plus 1, which is 2. So this maxes out at 4. So this is 2, 3, or 4. So do we want to ask where 5 and 6 go in this column? We know the blue 5, 6 goes down here somewhere. Can this be a 5, 6 pair? I don't see why not. Okay, I'm clearly missing something interesting about this puzzle. We know there's a 1 down here somewhere. I'm going to mark that. And we know that green is not 1, but we don't know that this is green, so that doesn't really help. We know there's a blue up here somewhere, but it could be the green. Does it have to do with this 4, 5, 6 repeating down here? It might. Oh no, it repeats down here. Sorry, I misread the arrows. Okay, well, this 4, 5, 6 can't repeat here because it's in the same column. So let's give this a color. Let's give it orange. We know that orange is not any of the colors we've used so far because it sees them. So orange is safe to make orange. And this can't be orange because it's already in the same column. So one of these two is orange, and it's a 4, 5, or 6. If it ended up here, it would have to be a 4 or a 5. And then orange also needs to end up here somewhere. Now we know that orange and purple are different digits. But I'm not sure exactly how to handle this. We know that orange doesn't go on its own arrow. Because otherwise, orange plus other things can't equal orange, right? So orange can't go on its own arrow. I'm thinking that it's quite restrictive to put orange on this arrow, but I'm not sure if it's impossible. What am I missing about this puzzle? Seems to be a question I ask a lot. Is there any other? Okay, so this arrow we haven't really looked at much. Okay, so we know this arrow is not orange because orange ends up over here. That's important. That means that this arrow is not green, purple, or orange. And so that means it's the same as this, so it's not blue either. So we can give this another color. Let's give that yellow. And so we know that this is 2, 3, or 4. But we know it can't be 2 because we can't have 2 digits that can't repeat equal to 2. We'd have to do 1 plus 1. That doesn't work. So yellow's not 2, which actually now means that this can't be 4 because this is at least 3 plus 2, which is 5. So orange is 5 or 6 now. And so orange is the other 5, 6. That's interesting. And that's actually really important because we were asking where 5, 6 went in this column, and now it can't go here. So this ends up being a 5, 6 pair, which means that green must be orange or blue, but we know green is not orange. So green is blue. So why don't I just make blue green instead? That seems easier. So this is 5 or 6, and then we can't repeat green in this row, so this is the green 5, 6. And so green and orange are the 5, 6s. And that means this is orange, which means this can't be orange, which means this is orange, and that's 5, 6. Very nice. So these are from 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm debating if I want to mark that. There might be something easier to do here. So what about the last green? Yeah, these two greens look up, this green looks in. So this is our final green in the grid. We don't know if it's 5 or 6. Oranges look in. Orange is one of these two. Yeah, we're certainly not putting an orange 5, 6 on something that adds to 3 or 4. So this is our orange 5, 6, which means it's not 1. If this wasn't 1, are we able to add to 3 or 4? And the answer is no. Both 3 and 4 require a 1. 3 is 1 plus 2, 4 is 1 plus 3. Can't do 2 plus 2 because these can't repeat because of the box, right? So that's a 1. Oh, come on. That's a 1. All right. And so it's 1 plus 2 or 3 to get 3 or 4. Okay. This is going well now. Do we think purple can still be 2 or 3? We do need a 1 in this box, which goes in one of these two. And then that points up along with this one, placing the 1 here. And now 1 in this box has to go here. Very nice. See, it can't go here. It can't go here, and it can't go in the circle. So that's a 1. We know purple's not 1 because it's the sum of 2 digits. So that places the purple here, which then places the orange here. Orange is 5, 6. We don't know what purple is yet. But that does mean that orange in this box is put right here. And that is, so we know where all 6 oranges are. We know where all 6 greens are. We don't know its value, but we know where they are. These are from 2, 3, 4, which means purple is 2, 3, or 4, which I think we knew already. Do we know where most of the 1s are? Okay, can we do more with 1s? Well, 1s are down here. That's all we get. Okay. Not fruitful. We do need a purple in this box, which goes here. That's the purple 2, 3, 4. So now this box needs a purple, which is here, because it's not 1. So that's our purple 2, 3, 4. And then in this box, oh, very nice. This is purple. It's only 2, 3, so we know that purple's not 4. Okay. So now these 2 digits, we have the 5, 6, and the 1. These are 2, 3, 4. But this has to be smaller than 2 or 3, right? So this has to be the 2. And then this is 1. Yeah, this can't be 1 anymore, so this can't add to 2 at all. So purple is 3. Let's do that. And that means this is 2 plus 1. We get a 3 in the corner. Just a little meme there. That's a 4. That's a 1. That's 4. That's 4. That's 2. That's 2. If you stick around to the end, I'll explain the meme of 3 in the corner. Because I've been getting questions about it. That's a 2. This is 4. This is 2. This is 4. And we'll do some math to figure out the orange and green in a second. This is our 2 for the row. This is 4. And this is 3. And now we know that 1 plus 1 plus 4 is 6. So all of our oranges are 6 and all of our greens are 5. And we're done. All right. I will generate a link with the solution. I'll make sure that happens. Cool. Well, let me explain this was a cool puzzle, Memeristor. It took me a bit to figure out the complexities. I think the coloring helped a lot in figuring out that this was pointing up to here. I think that was one of the key steps, but in general, just following the pointing arrows was really important here. So really neat idea. I haven't seen that constraint before. And so, yeah, the 3 in the corner, first of all, there is a setting in Sudoku Pad called 3 in the corner effect. You can choose between off, confetti, or deet, deet, doot. So 3 in the corner sounds like me in the corner. This is a meme invented by Cracking the Cryptic, and it's basically their thing. But this software is aware of the meme. The creator of the software, Sven, is aware of the meme and decided to put it in to his software because Cracking the Cryptic does use his software as well. And so they sing REM's song "Losing My Religion," the first few couple lines of it when they place the 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the corner. That's 3 in the spotlight. Instead of that's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight. So that's why 3 in the corner triggers anything, and it used to just trigger confetti. But then we did there's a Sudoku convention, SudokuCon, that we're planning for next year. I believe it's April of next year. And we had a fundraising stream to fundraise to sort of get everything going, to pay for lawyers and deposits and all that stuff. And so that fundraising stream, I helped produce that actually. And there was a Mozart piece. Anyway, that Mozart piece, I forget what it's called. But it was playing during breaks, and sometimes breaks were like a half an hour long, and it's this really short, like 3-minute piece, and it was playing on repeat in every break, like 15 to 30-minute breaks. It was just on repeat in the stream. And so chat was going a little bit crazy over this 24-hour SudokuCon fundraising stream where every single break played this 3-minute song on loop. And so they would just spam chat with deet deet doot as everyone got crazier and crazier with hearing this song over and over. And as producers, we weren't able to really change that. Obviously, in future streams, we'll make sure we have more of a playlist. But anyway, so that's what that deet deet doot is. Since Sven experienced that, and since there was already an animation that would happen with 3 in the corner, he decided that he would add deet deet doot as an option as a reference to that SudokuCon meme. So that's why I have it activated. Normally I'd have it off if it was just the CTC thing. But because of the SudokuCon thing, which I was a part of, I like to have the TT dude on. So anyway, that's the explanation there. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, then why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.